Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
Welcome to another exciting video. In this one, we'll be exploring option type in Rust. Option type is a way to represent a value that can either be something or nothing. It's a powerful feature that helps you handle cases where a value might be absent without resorting to using null pointers, which can lead to errors in other programming languages. So if you look at the option type, it's defined something like this. We have some or none, where some contains a value of type T and none represents no value. Now let's take up one example and try understanding the option type in a better way. So what we'll do is we'll be creating a function and we'll be calling it as find numbers. So we can do that over here. So see, the find numbers takes two arguments, numbers and target, and the return type is set to option I32. So the find number method that we have created now takes a list of numbers and a target number. We then iterate through the list, and if it finds the target, it returns some number wrapping the value. If the target is not found, it returns none. Now let's go ahead and use this method in our main function. So in our main function, what we'll do is we'll be first of all creating our numbers list, and here we can do that. After that, we'll be making use of the method that we created, find number, to find, let's say, 3 in the list. So here we'll have the implementation like match find number, numbers.clone 3, and if it finds that number, sum will be taking care of it and it will print found n, and none will then have the number not found. Now let's go ahead and save this and now run it using cargo run, and over here you can see the output coming up as found 3. So the number was found and it was printed over here. We can also make use of the unwrap method for simple use cases to directly extract the value from the option. However, do note that this will panic if the value is null, so it's important to use carefully. For example, if I go ahead and create another function, and this time around we'll be calling this function as getUserAge. And the getUserAge, when called inside the main method, like over here, like getUserAge, and we know that it's returning a value 30, so that is what it is going to print. But if the none case was also taken into consideration, then this would have resulted in an error if the input over there was nothing. So that precaution you have to take when you are making use of the unwrap on options. For example, if the same method, you would have defined it something like this, where it's returning none and then you're using age.unwrap, the program will crash. So we need to be aware of that thing. And to circumvent that, we have another option, that's unwrap all. So what it does is it provides a default value, and that way you can avoid the panic situation. So here we'll be going ahead and updating the getUserAge method something like this. So here you can see by default we are returning none. Okay, and now if I go back to my main method, I'll be making some tweaks over here. So instead of this let getUserAge and println method, I'll be updating it with let age equals getUserAge, and then we have the unwrap_or. And here the value that I'm passing 18 is the default value. So now if I save this and execute it over here using cargo run, you'll notice that the user's age is coming up as 18. That's the default value that was provided. We also have some key method for the option type, and that's isSum, which returns true if the option contains a value, is null, which returns true if the option is null. And we have already explored the unwrap and unwrap all. So unwrap basically returns the value inside sum or panics if none, and unwrap all returns the value inside sum or provides a default value if not. This makes Rust's handling of optional values much safer and more predictable compared to other languages that uses null references. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.